So I was at the barbershop today with my regular barber, and I'm sitting there and we're having a light conversation, like nothing too deep. And then one of the other barbers brings up the Detroit Pistons and he says, "Did you watch this game?" And then I see my barber, who it's quiet. And so he goes and he's, "Yeah, I watched it." And then the other guy starts saying, "What do you think about this player?" And then my barber's like giving his opinion. And then there's two other barbers on the other side. And so now they all start weighing in too. And they're like, "No, this player's better, or this player's better. Oh, the Pistons have lost so many games and whatever." And they just keep talking about this. And it like they get more and more excited discussing this thing. And I was sitting there. I remember seeing the other people also sitting there in the chairs, the other clients. And so all of us are quiet. And so for me, I don't mind that they all talk and ratty, right? It makes it fun. But I definitely get awkward when people talk about sports because I don't give an F about sports. I'm not into it. And I never know what to say whenever people discuss the game or the players or the stats. And I wonder if it's just me like this or other guys also feel this way too. And it always strikes me because sports are all that guys want to talk about. I remember when I was in my fraternity, it was hard for me to connect with a lot of people because I was into video games and anime. And okay, now it's cool. But back in the day when I went to college in 2011, like that shit was just starting to get into mainstream. So it was definitely not cool back then, right? We suffered back then. People today can enjoy without being judged. But anyway, yeah, all the guys who want to talk about is sports. And like I have this one vivid memory where I was living in the fraternity house my senior year, and I'm living there, and there's guys all over, and I'm sitting there, right? And they're all talking about sports and football, especially because I went to college down south in Alabama. And I remember just sitting there quietly, just like listening to this conversation. And I was like, wow, like I feel awkward in my own house where I should feel more comfortable. And when I think back, why is this? I think it's because of when I was a kid. So I'd immigrated from India to Canada. And growing up, what I wanted to do was fit in. And so I used to get made fun of for my name, right? Like I remember this one childhood bully used to call me eggs and ham and green eggs and ham and Sam I am, just stuff like that. And it hurt me as a kid because I was an immigrant kid, right? And I just wanted to fit in. And so to add to that, I was also one of the smallest kids. And I vividly remember being there in baseball tryouts, like for gym class. And so they let two of the kids in the class be the captains, and each like they chose players. I was the last player to be chosen out of the entire class. I vividly still remember this. And I was like, wow, I'm such a bad athlete that they don't want me on their team. And so that type of identity just stuck with me. And so I think I developed this aversion to sports just growing up. And that's where I found I really connected more with anime and video games, right? Because when I played those things, like for example, when I played video games, I was actually somebody, right? I could be good at Pokemon or with Digimon, my Digivice, I could beat the game and level up and be something in the game. Whereas in my real life, as kids, we're all judged on either academics, which I was good at, but kids, it doesn't really matter, and sports. And sports are what people judge each other on socially, right? That's how we're socially ranked. And I was always near the bottom of that list. And so now, even fast forward to now, where I take good care of my gym, like fitness and diet. I was doing boxing for the last 6 months, so I'm in pretty good condition. But I don't feel like an athlete, and I don't have any love or connection to sports. I remember when I started med school, I was living with a guy, and this guy was a huge Auburn Tigers fan. And so he said that, and he was just getting into anime. So I said, okay, I'll get you more into anime. And the guy was like, hey, bet I'll get you more into football. So I'm like, okay, deal. I got him into anime, like that. I got that motherfucker to start watching One Piece, and he binged through the entire series and caught up in the 2 years that we lived together. I didn't watch a single game of football with him. So Yeah, that tells you, right? I'm not meant to be one like loving sports. I've never even been to a Super Bowl game. Again, okay, maybe I've been like once, but that was purely in a social interaction. I've never watched a Super Bowl game and sat down and be like, oh my God, I want to watch a sport or cared about players and other things. Our group chat right now, we have a cousins group chat. Right now, two of the members are going off on it because Arsenal had some big championship victory yesterday as of me recording this. And so I was like, okay, whatever, cool. Like I literally just don't even know what to say. And it's only with sports because let's say other people are talking about topics that I don't understand. I'm a psychiatrist. Like I ask questions for a living. So I usually just ask questions and usually people are more than happy to fill me in. But with sports, it's just like empty. Like I just don't know what to say. I literally just clam up, whether it's like childhood traumas or whatever coming back, right? And yeah, so that's what I really want to do is I want to make sports less popular in the mainstream, but it's not that. I want to make like anime and video games, like this nerd stuff much more mainstream, much more popular. So that way for my selfish reasons, I can feel more comfortable in public situations cuz like I would rather talk to a bro that I meet about anime and oh yeah, what are you watching now or what game are you playing now rather than asking them about like their favorite sports teams. I'm in the locker rooms at the gym and ESPN is playing. And like literally today, I was in the locker room and there's two people in the same area and they were like, oh yeah, did you catch X game last night? And they started talking about that. I was like, wow, here we go again, right? I just heard this conversation in the barbershop and now I hear it at the gym. Like, when can I escape this? When can I get to my people who want to discuss that, okay, these are the 8 Kanto badges, and this is a Blue Eyes White Dragon card from the original starter deck Kaiba. It's not the first edition, right? And or that right now this is the post pain arc, the Kage Summit arc, and that's a hype moment because Sasuke is about to fight Danzo. Like that's the kind of conversation I want to have. That's part of the reason for me even making this channel is because I want to bring together our people. And yeah, so if you're watching this, if you relate to this, you're probably, yeah, I just wonder if I'm the only one who thinks this way or there's others like me too. But yeah, my goal is I want to make this our culture more mainstream. So that way now we feel less awkward in real life. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this. If you're into cosplay or you like cosplay, definitely check out Cosplay Couture. It's our fashion runway show. And the whole goal is to bring cosplay the attention it deserves in the mainstream and in the fashion world. So you can definitely check that out. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.